So this leads us to the necessity, really, if you are interested in peace building and in breaking the cycle of violence, to enter into the deep humanity that's present in both the victims and the perpetrators, who often themselves come from cultures of being perpetrated. And so tell us more about your insight into the psychological and even spiritual dimension of violence and what we can do to transform it, to replace it.
Well, I've come to the deep conviction after, whatever, 40 years or so in this kind of work, that it's essential that those who want to work in areas of conflict, first of all, deeply work on themselves. So the higher the level of self-awareness, the better the work is going to be. Put in another way, my level of effectiveness will be calibrated to, will be a direct result of my authenticity or my level of self-knowledge. And the reason I say that is because when you're either in a very violent situation, you have to be very present. Because if you're just obsessed by your fear, you're going to be paralyzed. We all know how, the throat closes up, the brain loses blood drains to the heart, and you freeze, or you run. When perhaps what you should be doing is calmly walking into the middle of it with a sufficient calm that you can bring calm about. And Aung San Suu Kyi is the model of this. How she dealt with many of those very violent situations in Burma. And the other part of it is that many of the people in the what I would call the helping professions and those who want to make the world a better place or save the world are driven by anger or fear. I certainly was. And unless we've really addressed that in ourselves, we tend to project it out onto our colleagues and accuse people. I don't know how many charitable organizations are riven by misunderstanding, and energy drains out when people are fighting each other, when with a little bit more self-awareness they would be able to handle internal disputes much better.
On our website globalleadership.tv you will find additional footage, other dialogues with innovation leaders from around the world, and also the hands-on practices that help them and their organizations to move from inspiration to real change.